On today's episode, we have civil rights pioneer Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks is a civil rights pioneer who stood up for the rights of African Americans when she refused to give up her seat on a segregated bus to a white man. She inspired a famous boycott that ended segregation on all buses in the city of Montgomery, Alabama. By far, this is one of my favorite interviews I've ever given. One of my favorite Rosa Parks quotes is, "The only tired I was tired of giving in." And she was. Please give it up for Rosa Parks. Rosa, thank you so much for being a part of our show. Can you please tell us what happened on that fateful day in Montgomery?
I was arrested on December 1st, 1955 for refusing to stand up on the orders of the bus driver after the white seats had been occupied in the front.
It's hard for someone like me that is young to understand how and why seats upon a bus are determined by skin color. Why did white people make such a fuss?
Some white people boarded the bus and left one man standing, and when the driver noticed him standing, he told us to stand up and let him have those seats. He referred to them as front seats. And when the other three people, after some hesitancy, stood up, he wanted to know if I was going to stand. I told him I was not, and he told me he would have me arrested.
You have got to be kidding me. The bus driver was going to have you arrested because you wouldn't give up your seat to a white man?
I told him he may do that. And of course he did.
Thank you so much, Rosa, for being an amazing human being. Thank you for your contributions to American history, African American history, and civil rights so that this country and this world could be a much better place. The next guest on this show is civil rights pioneer Martin Luther King Jr. Martin, you knew about this Montgomery bus boycott? You knew Rosa Parks? Tell us about your version of the story.
For a number of years, the Negro passengers on the city bus lines of Montgomery have been humiliated, intimidated, and faced threats on this bus line. Just the other day, one of the fine citizens of our community, Mrs. Rosa Parks, was arrested because she refused to give up her seat for a white passenger.
This is just craziness. What happened next?
Mrs. Rosa Parks was arrested and taken down to jail, taken from the bus, just because she refused to give up her seat.
All of her life, Rosa Parks had watched white people tell black people what to do. She found very small ways to stand up for herself and fight for her rights, but nothing seemed to change. Then in Montgomery, Alabama, on December the 1st, 1955, Rosa made history. That day, a bus driver told her to give up her seat to a white person. By saying no, she risked being beaten up or sent to jail if she did not obey the rules. But Rosa was tired of being pushed around. She said no and no for a reason. Her bravery inspired many other African Americans to stand up for their rights as well. Rosa Parks utilized and participated in a nonviolent protest called boycotting. This was because 75% of the bus ridership in Montgomery was African American. African American community leaders decided that a boycott would make a powerful economic impact, and Parks agreed to allow herself to become the focus of a fight against segregation. In 1956, after the Montgomery Improvement Association filed suit, the United States District Court declared that the segregated seating on public buses was unconstitutional. It was a decision that was upheld by the United States Supreme Court. After 381 days, the bus boycott had ended in success. Reflecting upon her life, she was asked how she would best be remembered. She said, "I would like to be remembered as a person who wanted to be free, so other people would also be free." Thanks so much for watching. Feel free to check out our Teachers Pay Teachers store. Follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and check out our Pinterest boards. Hop on over to our YouTube channel where you can check out many exciting videos like the one that you've just seen. And check out our blog at www.bowtieguyandwife.com. See you later.